What is happening in Yoruba land? This na the ALAAFIN of OYO, Oba Abimbola Owodey. Now this particular Oba now don't send a warning message to the OONI of IFE, where be Oba Enita Ogunwusi. He don't send a strong warning, say the chieftaincy title where the OONI of IFE of recent installed on top one businessman where they call Dotun Sanusi, where he for call the businessman the Okanlomo of Yoruba land, say make he revoke that chieftaincy title or else. He said because the OONI of IFE no get right to install a chieftaincy title that transcends into the entire Yoruba land. He said it be like say the OONI of IFE they take a peace-loving nature for granted. It is as he quiet, say no know he right. He said for Yoruba land, he remains the #1 Oba who has the right to give out chieftaincy title that can cover the entire Yoruba land. He said the OONI of IFE is only entitled to give a chieftaincy title to within the confines for Ile-Ife. Apart from that place, he don't finish. And now, he say he give the OONI of IFE 48 hours to revoke and revert that chieftaincy title if you no want to see the other side of him. He said because this matter so, don't fair go Supreme Court around 2014. And Supreme Court already talk and say now only they are laughing now get the authority to give that kind of chieftaincy title. And so if the OONI of IFE continue, it means say he don't see and finish. Because for Yoruba land, now him be the titan. He is the #1 chief or king in Yoruba land. This now the matter where we say they grant my people. I beg before I go continue. Before now got us say if they support this one, I know they support anyone. I know they describe any history of anything. I only they give una details of what they happen between these two kings for inside Yoruba land. Anybody where know Yoruba land and Yoruba ancestry go know say the position of the ALAAFIN of OYO and the OONI of IFE now two great seats of power. And most people know how important this seat is to the culture of the Yoruba land. This is not the first time something like this is happening. Around February 9, 1991, the late ALAAFIN of OYO, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, and the late OONI of IFE, Oba Okunade, during the confinement of the Akirogun of Yoruba land, on the then national chairman of the National Republican Convention, Chief Tom Ikimi, the late ALAAFIN of OYO ensured that that chieftaincy title was not given, and the then governor of the state of Oyo ensured that that ceremony was cancelled. Now, history has repeated itself again. Despite the fact that the National Council of Traditional Rulers, the OONI of IFE, as well as the Sultan of Sokoto, stand abreast over most of the traditional rulers, it still remains the fact that the ALAAFIN of Oyo is said to be the political head of the Yoruba power or empire. Now, my break am down small so that some people go really understand. Some people believe, say the OONI of IFE is more or less the custodian of Yoruba culture. They believe, say, since na IFE, na Oduduwa, and those greats of Yoruba for emerge from, that is the cradle of Yoruba. But if you talk about the empire where blows up to become one of the biggest in the world, then they talk about the Oyo Empire. Because the ALAAFIN of Oyo, who reigned throughout history, was able to expand their empire to cover so many other small empires, including the Ile-Ife, all became one. So for that reason, when the British came during the colonial era, they recognized the ALAAFIN of Oyo more on a political angle. It means say they see him more as a bigger king than the OONI of IFE. Despite the fact that the Yorubas know that the traditional cradle is the OONI of IFE. And with that, much reference was given to the ALAAFIN of Oyo, much acknowledgement was given to the ALAAFIN of Oyo, and as such, now there they put that one on a high pedestal. Where we say as they land for Supreme Court around 2014, court can look all those colonial registry and all those evidence where they grant. Come see and say whenever a council was formed in the colonial era, it was the ALAAFIN of OYO that was always seated and recognized at the head of Yorubas. And as such, by that decree and some other evidence, 2014, the Supreme Court can't give the ALAAFIN of OYO the ultimate right to confer chieftaincy title all over Yoruba, then limit the status of the OONI of IFE. The OONI of IFE don't respond. Say that 48 hours where the ALAAFIN of OYO they talk, say na empty threat. Say instead of the ALAAFIN of OYO to talk about this, he should be more invested in seeing how he can create jobs and other things, because that one are waiting in OONI they involve himself with. He no get time for supremacy battle. Some school of thought believe, say the founder of Oyo Empire, Oromiya, was from Ife, and as such, Oyo is a product of Ife, while others get a different school of thought. My people, I wanna see this matter.